Okay, now still under scenario 1, that is production units equals to sales unit. Here, still you have the production 20,000 units and the sales unit is still 20,000 units. Stock movement is the same as before. That is, your opening stock is 0, your production is 20,000 and you sell all the 20,000 units. So you are left with 0 closing stock. Now we go for the absorption costing approach. So under the absorption costing approach, still you prepare the income statement. You start with the sales figure. There is no difference for the sales figure if you are using AC or MC. Still 20,000 units times with your 25 ringgit per unit gives you 500,000 ringgit. So the difference lies in the cost of goods sold. If you are using absorption costing, you are taking the full cost. What is meant by full cost? Full cost means you are taking the variable portion and the fixed portion of your production overhead cost. So here, you have your opening stock at your production less your closing stock. Quantity wise is the same as before, 0, 20,000 and 0. The difference now is the per unit cost. So here you take 15.25. Where do you get 15.25? You already work out the cost per unit earlier. If you can see here, the step 1 that you have worked out just now, determine the manufacturing or production cost per unit, and the absorption costing approach, the manufacturing cost per unit is 15.25 ringgit. So you take this figure to calculate your cost of goods sold. So under absorption costing, full cost method, you take the full cost that is 15.25. Because there is no opening and closing, you just left with your production 20,000 times with your 15.25 give you 305,000. So 500 minus 305 gives you 195,000 ringgit as your gross profit. Next, you less all your non-production costs, all your selling overhead, all your admin overhead. So if you can see the difference here, under absorption costing, you tend to split the cost according to function. Here, you take all your production costs as your cost of goods sold. All the non-production costs will be here. So non-production costs, regardless whether it is variable cost or fixed cost, all your selling overhead, admin overhead, if you have other overheads like your finance, your distribution, will be put under non-production costs here. Next, you will arrive at your unadjusted net profit of 101,000. So, things that you need to take note is that if you are using absorption costing, you need to adjust for your over and under absorb of your overhead. Okay, so how to work out your over or under absorb of your overhead? You need to compare the overhead absorbed and overhead incurred. How do you arrive at your overhead absorbed? Take your actual production units times with your fixed OAR. Your fixed OAR just now is 1 ringgit per unit times with your 20,000 units give you 20,000. That is your overhead absorbed. Next, your overhead incurred. If the question is silent, it is based on the, you assume it is the same as your budgeted figure. If the question mentioned about the actual overhead incurred, then you take that figure. So, if here you have overhead incurred 22,000, you only absorb into the product 20,000. So, you will have under absorb of overhead by 2,000. So, this under absorb, you need to minus from your unadjusted net profit. So, less your under absorb of fixed production overhead 2,000 gives you adjusted net profit of 99,000.